Tottenham fans, today's video is special because we're not just talking about a title. We're talking about a prophecy come true. Welcome to our channel, the place where passion for Spurs becomes real news with opinion and respect for those who cheer along with the team. Postecoglou'S, the man who arrived in disbelief, made a bold promise and 2 years later lifted the Europa League trophy. Coincidence? Superstition? Or are we looking at a coach who really does turn words into destiny? We'll tell you all about it now. The night of the 21st of May in Bilbao went down in Tottenham history. After 17 years on the sidelines, the club won a title. Again, and not just any title. With a 1-0 win over Manchester United, the Spurs lifted the Europa League trophy. The decisive goal was scored by Brennan Johnson in the first half, in a move that took a deflection off Luke Shaw, but was officially credited to the Welshman. However, the real star of the final was Postecoglou'S on taking charge of the club. The Australian said that he always wins in the second year. At the time, the phrase sounded more like debut bravado. Today, it sounds like a self-fulfilling prophecy. And what's most impressive, this pattern has been repeated wherever he's been: Australia, Japan, Scotland, and now England. The English press was full of praise. Newspapers like The Guardian and BBC Sport emphasized Postecoglou'S coolness and the team's tactical solidity in the final. Analysts like Jamie Carragher and Rio Ferdinand emphasized how Tottenham had evolved mentally under the Australian. On social media, the fans exploded. Emotional videos, chants of thanks, and an avalanche of posts with the phrase "he said it, he did it" went viral among the fans. For many, this title is not just the end of a fast, but the beginning of a new era. And if the reaction from the stands is anything to go by, Postecoglou'S name is already engraved in the hearts of the Spurs nation. With the Europa League title, Tottenham have not only broken an uncomfortable losing streak, but also secured morale and prestige for next season. It could be the impetus they needed to keep key members of the squad and attract big-name reinforcements. In addition, Postecoglou'S gains even more autonomy in planning, and his philosophy, based on courage and protagonism, tends to strengthen behind the scenes. Another important point, the European title guarantees a direct place in the next Champions League, which completely changes the financial and competitive level of the club. All eyes are now on the transfer market and the preseason calendar. Tottenham are looking to consolidate a new cycle with ambition, confidence, and now a trophy on the shelf. Postecoglou'S is undoubtedly the big name in this achievement. When he arrived at Tottenham, few believed he could change so much in such a short space of time, but his career said it all. Titles in Australia, Japan, Scotland, and now a European trophy in England. He didn't just coach the team, he molded a new mentality. Out went fear, and came confidence. Out went fickleness, and came identity. And all this with a squad that, in theory, wasn't among the favorites. Postecoglou'S promised that he would win in his second year, as he always did, and he delivered today. He's not just the coach who broke the title drought, he's the architect of a historic turnaround, a leader who has delivered exactly what he promised. Glory at Tottenham. His name has become a symbol of hope, confidence, and above all, a word kept. This title is much more than a trophy on the shelf. It represents the confirmation of serious work, of a philosophy that has stood firm even in times of pressure. Postecoglou'S was true to his ideas and reaped the rewards. Tottenham, who have so often fallen by the wayside, have finally found a solid path with purpose and direction. Most importantly, they've made their fans dream big again. Of course, there are still challenges ahead, but the weight of this title is too symbolic to ignore. It's the end of a cycle of frustrations and perhaps the beginning of a new era. A strong, respected, and finally, victorious Tottenham. Thanks for following along, fans. This Tottenham victory is ours too, a reason to celebrate and renew faith in the team we love. If you liked this video, don't forget to like it, comment on what you thought of this achievement, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any Spurs news. Stay tuned because there's lots more hot and exclusive Tottenham content to come. Let's continue together on this journey towards new titles.